Before we moved to Thailand, y'all, we did not know anything. I repeat, we did not know anything. We were back home watching YouTube videos, trying to figure out the whole visa situation. Visa is not a credit card. It is something you need to get into countries. We were trying to understand the flights, the luggage situation, hotels, money.
Like, hey, where the money coming from to pay for all this stuff?
But we were just trying to figure out where to begin. So we didn't understand a lot of that stuff. We didn't understand that starting early on the point system would be beneficial to us. We didn't understand that building community could help you find better places at better rates and avoid expensive mistakes. Community is important, y'all. But somehow, after a year of slow traveling, we finally settled here in Thailand, and we can honestly tell you the things that we would do differently.
Yeah, we can tell you what we would do differently now knowing what we know. So if you're back home, like Phil said,
and you're thinking about moving to Thailand, but you feel overwhelmed or you don't know where to start, then this video is definitely for you.
And not just Thailand, if you plan on living a life abroad, this video is for you.
Yep, insert your destination here. All right, so we're not saying that you have to have every detail perfect before you come to Thailand. You don't. We definitely didn't. But these are the lessons that could save you money, stress, and time and make your transition a whole lot smoother than it was for us. So let's start with number one. We got 8 of these, y'all. We started with number 1. Understanding the luggage costs before you book. Now, luggage is not a small thing, y'all. I mean, you have clothes, your electronics, your medication, your documents, your camera equipment, anything you need to make yourself feel at home when you get to that final destination, like our family, Gigi and Jaji. When they left with 9 bags. God damn.
I think that's the most we have seen so far on this journey.
Yeah, whatever it takes to make you feel at home, though, right?
That's right. So, listen. When Phil and I started this journey, the first flight out of United States was United Airlines.
That's
out
because
of
I used to work there.
Out of Houston to Thailand.
To
it is a common airline that we typically use when we're taking vacation. And we know just by booking our flight, we're going to get 2 free check bags.
Yeah, that's right. But every airline is different, especially these international airlines. If you're an American coming over to Southeast Asia, the rules are different. One may include check bags, another may charge you for every bag, and another may have a lower weight limit. You're like, the weight limit was so-and-so on the last flight. No, it's lower now. And another may just charge you a lot even if your bag is a pound overweight. Like, these things can
add up. So, for example, once you're going over to Thailand and you start traveling to other countries, most of these flight tickets in just common scenario, it may only include 1 check bag.
Yeah.
That's it. And you would think, oh, it's only like $80, $120 to book these flights. Guess what? The bags cost more.
Yeah, one time we flew from Thailand to Vietnam. It was our first time going, and we ended up paying $320 extra for our bags.
Damn! 2 extra bags.
So when we got to Vietnam, I lost one of those bags. I downsized, and but that was a lesson that we had to learn. That's why we are sharing this information with you.
And just an example, like Phil said, he downsized his bags. You don't need all that stuff, because what you're going to find on this journey is that you can buy that stuff over here.
It exists everywhere, y'all. So when you're at home planning and you see that ticket price and you think, oh, okay, that flight is affordable. But that's just the ticket price. It's not always the full price. So now, what will we do now? Before we book, we would compare the total cost. Like, we're talking about your seat changes, all that, the check bags, the carry-on rules, the weight limits, the seat fees. Some airlines have seat fees and any change fees. We would consider all of that before we book.
Right. So just to keep it very simple, we would just take 1 bag, our backpack, and maybe 1 large suitcase, and maybe it's 2 pair of PJs, four sets of clothes each and 2 pairs of shoes. We say this because you can buy that stuff over here, and that way you don't have to worry about paying for extra bags.
You have to ask yourselves, do we truly need this now? Do we need to bring this now, or can we get it over there? Like she said, can we even ship it? All right. And luggage was only the beginning, you guys. We also learned that how you get to Thailand can affect your budget more than you think. So that brings us to number 2, plan the route, not just the destination. Now, when you are excited to leave home and start this new life abroad, you're focused on the destination. You just can't wait to get there. You can't wait to get to Thailand, but you may not think enough about the route, the timing, the countries you have to visit first, and what those extra costs to move will cost you. Like, for instance, instead of flying directly to destination A, it may be more affordable to fly to destination B and connect there. It may save you extra time, extra flights, extra hotel nights, extra luggage fees. These are things you want to consider.
Right. And what we're referring to, we're speaking directly to those that are thinking about slow traveling. If you're just coming here directly to Thailand, this may not impact you. But if you are planning on slow traveling and you pretty much have a schedule booked out to go to different countries, play around with it. Not just Thailand to Vietnam, try Vietnam to Thailand, or Indonesia to Thailand, or whatever. Because what you'll find is sometimes it's more affordable depending on the country you leave from first. And even an extra day or extra week somewhere in another country could be less.
Yeah, and the flights in between these countries like Thailand, Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia, Indonesia, Malaysia, like they're relatively inexpensive if you compare that to what you're used to paying in the States. Now, we were learning while moving, and that is okay. But now we know that slow travel still needs a basic plan. So what will we do now? Now we would map out the first few months before leaving. Not every detail, because we want flexibility, y'all, but enough to compare flight routes, high season, low season, hotel prices, visa timing, and transportation costs.
Right. So Phil and I did have our 6 months booked, but like he said, what we'll do different is a little bit more detail as far as playing around with those routes, because as we mentioned, you have a little bit more flexibility with costs when you're doing it that way.
Yeah, slow travel doesn't mean no planning. It means planning enough that you still have the freedom to adjust. All right, so that brings us to number 3, you guys. Start travel points sooner. Man, this one is huge. We wish we would have did this long time ago. Like, we wish we would understand sooner. There's certain credit cards allow you to earn points from normal spendings, like, your grocery shopping, paying bills and stuff. And those points can sometimes be used for hotels, flights, and other travel expenses.
Yeah, depending on the credit card you apply for, like we mentioned before, we have the IHG Chase credit card, the
IHG One Premier card.
Yes. So we have that credit card. We actually created a whole video about it if you want to learn more about it. And we use the points we earn to book free nights at hotels.
Man, we put this card on everything.
And we also get all kind of other rewards, as we mentioned. Go check out the video. If we would have started this years sooner, we would have had probably millions of points by now.
For real.
Because the points you can just carry over year over year.
Now,
and it's free. I mean, you're not really paying anything additional other than there's an annual fee every year, but you pretty much get that back with rewards.
Free. You just have to be disciplined and pay that balance off every month, which brings me to important disclaimer. Now, this is not financial advice. We are only sharing what we wished we had learned earlier. Do your own research and never use credit in a way that creates debt that you cannot pay off.
Right. We do not recommend that. So if you are interested in this credit card, the link is in the description.
Yeah. So definitely what we would do different is we would starting over, we would learn those travel reward systems earlier. We would use cards responsibly, pay those balances in full, and build points before moving abroad.
What are you talking about? We pay our bill every month.
I know, but we talking to the people. Everybody ain't like as disciplined as the brain.
Yeah.
Now, another thing we would do, we would also compare those hotel programs. Well, we speak highly of IHG. We love them, but there are other programs out there like the Marriott and the Hyatt as well. Compare those, what fits into your travel plans better, because when you're slow traveling and you have more flexibility to plan ahead, that is awesome.
Yes.
Yep. All right. But money is not the only thing that can make your move to Thailand easier when you got your money all right.
Yep.
People can make a huge difference too. Yes, people. That brings us to number 4, building community sooner, y'all. Now, we did meet people online and in communities before we started this journey, and that was great. But once we arrived in these different countries, we're going to be honest with y'all, we did not spend enough time going to the meetups, meeting with the expats, joining groups, and connecting with people locally. We had no problem connecting with the locals.
Right.
But it was the expats, because we were just coming from America, we were just kind of doing our own thing. We were all in our own little lovey-dovey bubble.
Yeah, our own little bubble. But we learned from this experience. We recently started doing this. When we were in Vietnam, we started connecting with expats, going to the different expat groups. We've been to a comic show. We even went to a Juneteenth celebration.
Yes.
Happy Juneteenth!
So connecting with community is very, very important because, as Phil's mentioned earlier in the intro, like there's benefits to that. Like someone can say, hey, I know you're getting ready to go to Bali. I recommend staying at this Airbnb.
And this is
great,
exactly why community matters, because community gives you information that you may never get from an Airbnb listing, a YouTube video, or a Google search. Listen, you're getting it from people who have actually lived it. Like, you could see them in front of you.
Right.
It carries a little more weight. You've been looking for a place in Bangkok, Chiang Mai, or another part of Thailand. You just ask somebody, where'd you stay? Which neighborhood did you like?
Which realtor you use? We get these questions all the time. We have people that we have
share
met.
This information all the
we
time.
have their contact information. They'll reach out and say, hey, where did you go? And so. And we do the same
how much
thing.
did you pay? We want to make sure we getting taken care of out here. That kind of connection can save you money. It can help you feel less alone, which is an issue out here for some people. And it can create opportunities that you did not even know existed.
Because remember, you're not around the corner anymore. You're flying hours away from home.
Yes.
So you're not going to be near the people that you
normally rely on.
So you need to find community here, especially if you are a type of person that just love being around people. I mean, there are people who struggle with this journey when they come out here because they realize, oh, I'm not near my auntie or my mom or my friends anymore.
That's where community comes in. Now, that's what we would do different. We would join a few groups before we arrived here in Thailand. We would attend 1 or 2 meetings the first month, make some connections, and we would be intentional about building connections while still being our lovely selves.
Yeah, right away. Start connecting with the groups.
Yeah. You don't have to be the most social person in Thailand, but you do need people. Community is very important, you guys.
Yeah, just get connected.
Yeah, if you already live abroad, tell us in the comments, what is one way community helped you after you moved? I'm sure the community would love to hear that. All right, move along. Number 5. Something we would have did differently. We would have researched lodging in person. Now, we've already told y'all we mapped out the first 6 months, but we just started doing this, and I kind of like this approach as well. Nothing wrong with booking everything in advance, but this one gives you a little more flexibility as well. Listen, you've done your research, you've watched YouTube, you've talked to people, and it's easy to see a place online, and that looks great. It looks safe, it looks comfortable, it looks quiet, the reviews are awesome. But guess what? Some of these places are really utilizing AI in these pictures and these reviews, so you got to be careful.
And that happens everywhere, even back home. When you're going to look at a property online, right? Like a real estate website, depending on your city, for a house to rent or a house to buy, it look all nice, right? And then in person, it may look nice, but you may notice couple of things that may be a little dusty.
Yeah.
So you just want to be cautious here. So as Phil said, we normally book our Airbnb or hotels in advance. But what we did recently different is that when we were staying in Vietnam this second time, we stay in a hotel like we normally do. We actually took a couple of days and just scouted the area, just walking around, looking at different hotels in person, looking at a lot of different long-term lodging options, like a lot of different condos in person, and we was able to actually find a better deal that way.
Even in high season.
Yeah, even in high season, and it was in a place that you wouldn't even expect
So
find a
let me
place.
tell y'all what really happened. She was tired of looking at all these places. I said, honey, you need to relax. Let's go to your nail shop. Now, she don't let everybody do her nails. So the previous time we were in that city, Da Nang, she found a place that did her nails. She liked it. So we went back there so she can get the same experience and relax. And guess what? I just started talking to the expats that were walking in and out. And I was like, do y'all stay here? And it's like, yeah, let's show you a unit. And we ended up staying there for a month. It was great. Y'all see the place. It was beautiful. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we found better prices, better rates, and places that fit our needs better simply by instead of choosing what you see online. Choose something online, find a neighborhood, walk around it, and then find your place for the long-term stay.
We end up saving between 60 and 70% staying in that place just by walking and scouting the area during high season.
Because when you book through sites like Airbnb, they are the middleman. If you go directly to the owner of the property, they're so happy to cut out that middleman because they get more profit and you get a discount.
And hey, it's okay when you're starting out on this journey. You may be using Airbnb because we did. We still look at Airbnb.
Yes.
However, we have the time now where we can say, "Oh, I see a couple of nice spots," and then we're gonna go into the same areas. We may end up finding some other places around the same place we see in the Airbnb, and we're gonna go and talk to the people.
So
directly.
What we do now? Now, when possible, we're going to book a temporary lodging first and hit them streets and find that place, scout the area, visit properties, compare prices, and ask people what is normal because we want to make sure that we are not being taken advantage of.
Yes.
Now, Airbnb, again, it may be the right answer for you. It is for us still in certain situations, but sometimes you're paying more because of the middleman. They are the middleman. And because you didn't know other choices existed. So get out there. Temporary lodging, hit the streets, find you something better. Yeah, so that brings us to number 6. You need to create one complete Thailand resource list, y'all. Now, we had some information before we left, and we knew some things about our destinations, but we did not know everything, and we did not have everything organized into one place. That's the key. We want to get everything organized into one place. Some things we learned before this journey, other things we learned once we were already abroad, and some things we learned because we ran into problems. We're here to share that information with you. Today, our Thailand planning list would include passport and document checklist, visa and e-visa research, eSIM and cell phone service, VPN service, we use Surfshark, banking and payment options, travel expense tracker, airline baggage rules, hotel points and loyalty programs, temporary lodging plan, neighborhood research, emergency contacts, and community groups and local connections. Now, some of these things you can find in the description. We have resources for that, but yeah.
Yeah, we have a step-by-step before you move abroad checklist that goes through a lot of these items as well as a slow travel guide. And Phil forgot to mention with Airlo we use, for eSIM we use Airlo pretty much.
Yeah.
But don't worry, like we said, we did the work for you. We have these checklists available on our PayHelp website.
All right, so what would we do now? Now we would keep everything in one folder, paper. You don't want to make a physical copy, a color copy of your passport and the other documents you need. Have that all in one folder, and everything that's in that physical folder, I want you to have a digital copy in a folder on all of your devices, your cell phone, your spouse's cell phone, your laptop, your spouse's laptop. That way you always have the documentation that you need.
Right, because as we mentioned, and we probably should have said not limit to, because we have a lot more stuff listed on the PayHelp store where it goes through this whole list. You want to make sure, for example, when you're entering another country, you're not trying to figure out, hey, I don't have data. I need to call Uber, and I don't have data. You want to connect eSIM before you start this journey.
Before you leave America or your home, have that eSIM connected and working. That way, when you land, you're good to go.
Right.
And that's going to bring us to number 7 of 8, research longer term visa options earlier. Now, there is nothing wrong with coming to Thailand on a tourist visa. Hell, that's what we did, especially if you're slow traveling and you are trying to see whether or not the country fits your life, your lifestyle. That's what we did for the first year of this, y'all. We used the tourist visas in whatever destination we went to to figure out, because we said we're going to let the place choose us. That's why we utilize the tourist visas. Now, once we figured out we like Thailand and we experienced the daily life here and we realized we really love it here, we was like, we need to make plans to stay longer. And that's why we chose a long-term visa. You got to figure out what makes sense for you.
Right. So we say we will start earlier, look into longer term visa options. We kind of had an idea what was available. But the reason why we mentioned we'll start earlier is because the first time we visit Thailand, we fell in love with the country. And right then and there, we should have been like, let's go ahead and start the process.
Yeah, we wish we would have did that.
It's never too late to start the process, but there's always changes in just any embassy can make changes, right? And there could be a change that could impact, your process. Like maybe something changed where you no longer could actually apply for the visa.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that because anything can...
Bureaucracy changes all the time and it's super slow. So the sooner you get started, the better. Now, we are not immigration attorneys or visa experts, and visa rules can and do change all the time. Always use official sources and qualified professionals for your personal situation.
Right. So if you plan on doing the visa process on your own, or if you're curious of what visa options may be available for you and you don't know where to start, you can look directly on the Thai embassy website, or you can book a consultation with us because, again, as we mentioned before, we did the application on our own. Most people don't feel comfortable doing it because it involves a lot of paperwork.
It's intimidating, but you can do it. Now, if we were to start over, we would visit Thailand first, live the daily reality, not just the vacation life. And if we still loved it, which I know we would, immediately start learning about our long-term options that may fit our situation. Look, it does not hurt to know what is possible before you're under pressure or you're running out of time.
No pressure.
No pressure. That brings us to our last point of this video. Number 8, plan hotels and points further ahead.
So a little bit more detail than what we spoke about earlier.
Now, in the beginning, we talked about this. We often book as we went. With some stuff we booked in advance. And again, that is understandable when you are learning. But after several months, we realized that if you plan further ahead, we could compare cash prices and points prices, see more hotel availability, and create a more affordable plan.
Right. So this is for you back home that actually stayed this long in the video. Thank you for watching to the end. You get the extra tips that a lot of people don't know about.
Gold star for you.
As Phil was saying, for example, using IHG, right? When we're booking through IHG for hotels, you can go on the app and you can actually look at a calendar and you can look at how much it will cost based on points or cash for that particular hotel. You can go further out, I believe almost up to a year, right? So if you're slow traveling, you have flexibility. There's no rush. You can possibly save money or points just by booking further ahead and choosing the best dates based on the price or the points range because you looked ahead.
That's right.
And guess what? You can book months ahead. And don't be concerned about whether if you book the flight or plans change, because guess what? If plans change, you can cancel and they'll give you your points back. So don't worry about that. Here's the other tip. Phil and I just, learned this several months ago, right? So we book, we'll book our hotels. We're like, oh, this one is 13,000 points for 5 days, right? Or 4 days, because we book in 4-day increments. Go watch the video.
You'll know why.
You'll know why. So 13,000 points, right? And then a day or two later, I'm going back and check, and I say, oh, the same hotel, the same room is now 11,000 points.
She always
Guess
checking.
what IHG allows me to do? It allows me to book that same room on the same days I already have booked for 11,000 points. Then I can go and cancel the one that I booked previously for 13,000 points, and then they created me the difference.
See the type of information y'all get? See the type of information y'all get here? Look, you just think of Philly in the brain
there's
as
a lot of tricks there.
Yeah, just think of Philly in the brain as your relocation experts. You feel me? All right, and that flexibility can be a real advantage when you're living this lifestyle.
There's a lot more there.
What we would do now we would map out a flexible year, not a rigid year where every day is planned, but a general plan with anchor dates. Anchor dates are important. Those dates aren't going to change. You could plan around those. Now, we would look ahead and ask, when do we want to be in Thailand? When should we use hotel points? Because sometimes it may be more advantageous to book an Airbnb. When does it make more sense to book a longer local stay? Where do we want to leave room to change in this itinerary or change our minds? Yeah, so these are things that can keep you from overspending just because you waited too long or did not realize what was available.
For example, where Phil and I stay, we paid 6 months up front.
6 months in advance.
6 months up front. Two things. Just like back home, cash is king. So when you're paying cash, it's just like with car insurance. If you pay your premium 6 months or a year up front, they give you a discount.
Yep,
same thing. Again, depend on the landlord. They may be flexible, be willing to work with you, right? The other tip is currency change. You ain't got to worry about that currency fluctuating every month when it's time for you to pay that rent. You're like, dang, it went up a little more this month.
My rent went up because of the currency exchange. But yeah, you pay all that at once up front, you locked in. All right. Now, the biggest thing that we want you to take from this video is that you do not have to know everything before your move to Thailand. We certainly did not.
We sure did.
We did not.
We know a lot of stuff.
Look, we were back home watching videos, trying to understand how people made this lifestyle work and wondering where we were even supposed to be.
We just point like, oh my God, it's so cool. Oh my God. Hey, we're just like you back home, guys. Like, where do we start?
Yeah, but you can learn from our mistakes, y'all. You can understand flights and luggage costs and plan your routes and start learning about points and building community, researching that lodging in person if you can, maybe on a scouting trip. Organize your resources, have that digital and that physical copy, and learn about those visa options before you are under pressure.
Right, because we could have saved a lot more money. When I'm thinking about a lot of the places we stayed at, I'm like,
yeah, and we're gonna help. We're gonna pass some savings on.
Yeah, we put all this in a package for you guys. We did the hard work for you.
You do not need to figure out your entire life today when it comes to this journey. You just got to start with one step. All right, be intentional. Tell us in the comments, what is the number one thing you want to understand before moving to Thailand? And we'll try to get that answered for you.
Yes, guys. And share this video with someone that is planning or even thinking about starting this journey, whether they're slow traveling or moving abroad.
Yeah, and if you want honest conversations about the real costs, culture, financial choices, the daily reality of building a life abroad, you need to go ahead and subscribe to Philly in the Brain Slow Travel. Hit that notification bell twice. Make sure it says all so you never miss out on another Philly in the Brain video.
Thank you guys so much. Again, as we said before, we cannot do this without you. By you taking the time to watch our video, as we watch the full video through, it tells YouTube to keep pushing out the videos.
Keep pushing out the message. Yeah.
Because people need to hear it. If you don't watch the videos, if you don't keep watching the video, YouTube stops pushing out the videos.
Help us out, guys. They can't stop us. And if you want help organizing your first steps, check out our free guide link below. All right, that's going to do it for this episode of Philly in the Brain. Until next time.
Take care of each other.
Love one another.
Peace. Thanks, guys.
Peace.
Cool.
Damn!
Are you constantly wondering if you'll actually have enough money to retire? Most of us never truly learn how to invest. I mean, the ideal of retirement could be overwhelming, even scary at times. Maybe you think Social Security won't be enough, or you simply just want more control. That's exactly why we created our ebook, Beyond the Paycheck. Build your future with dividends. Now, it's not a quick fix, but it's a powerful guide to building your own extra stream of income. We'll help you shift your mindset, find your unique financial number, and teach you how to build a simple, effective investment portfolio. You don't need to be an expert. You just need to be ready to take one small step towards feeling in control. Our ebook, Beyond the Paycheck, gives you every tool and template you need to get started. You got this, y'all. Let's build that retirement you actually look forward to. Grab your copy of Beyond the Paycheck today.